weekend. We'll do a quick review of yesterday's big three games, but the big game tonight, the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But before we get into that, let's talk. You actually said yesterday, don't let that 13.5-point spread fool you. Division games, these two teams know each other, played twice during the season. The Miami Dolphins hung in there against the Buffalo Bills, Glenn.
They crushed my three-team tease by a half a point. Yeah, we used to play the Dolphins twice. We played the Bills twice, and the Patriots twice. And even those years we were 1-15, we would play the Patriots in tough games. They would always beat us, of course, but they were never 50 to 10 games. So, yeah, the Dolphins played them tough. The Dolphins had good defense. Their secondary is pretty good. Howard played good, had a nice pick. But, yeah, it became a slugfest. The quarterback, the coach, the Dolphins coach, just put the quarterback in some bad spots. And instead of punting the ball and letting your defense play, the kid threw a pick late in the game, and it was a killer pick.
And then there was a 4th and 1 play, and McDaniel came out and said he thought that he was told it was going to be a first down, and then they couldn't get the personnel on the field. They realized it was 4th down late, went to 4th and 6, and that pretty much wrapped it up.
That reeked of rookie coach in the playoffs that just had just completely overwhelmed. It looked like he was calling the plays. It looked like he had the play sheet, and now you have to be able to read that situation where, okay, whether it's me or it's the quarterback, the plays, they're barely getting these plays snapped at the time. Now, is it the crowd noise? Yes. Is it the rookie coach? Yeah. Is it the rookie quarterback? Yeah. It's all of it combined. So he did a poor job of managing the rookie quarterback and the noise and the away crowd. I just thought he was out of his element as a rookie head coach, and it showed. It showed. Now, do they say, "Oh, it was his first year," or do they say this guy has no idea what he's doing? Should he be out there? So
we'll get more in this game later in the week, but he's a smart guy. He's an Ivy League guy, so
yeah. But they're smart and having a great feel for a football game is two totally different things. It's like watching David Tepper try to build a football team. He's a great stock guy. You want to listen to his stock views and his points of view on how economics work, but you don't want him building your football team.
Middle game yesterday, the New York Giants go into Minnesota, defeat Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. Daniel Jones, best I've seen him play. They still got guys, with the exception of Barkley, in terms of the skill position guys, no one's ever heard of. Probably none of these guys ever made a fantasy team this year, but somehow they got it done. They racked up about 470 yards of offense. And I mean, we're not going to talk about the Eagles game. We got a few days to get into that. But what was your evaluation of the New York Giants on Sunday?
Danny Dimes, really good game. Maybe the best game I've ever seen him play. And I talked about him. For them to win, he had to rush between 50 and 100 yards. He hit 7.
You said that.
So, yeah, and they were big runs too. And the Vikings looked like they had no defense. Now, how you're not stopping Danny's running game first, or one or the other. You got to take one of them away. The Vikings were just pathetic on defense, and then Cousins. Now I wanted to try to defend him on that last play, but how do you throw the ball? You just throw it to Jefferson, even if he's double teamed. Hope he comes down with it. Don't do that. But that was just. It was a good game. It seemed like seemingly a good game played by two bad teams. So I think the Giants are done. I think the Eagles smack them this week.
We'll get into that later in the week. And then last night we had the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Again, another interdivision game. Two teams that knew each other well. Ravens come in there with Huntley, who came in himself banged up. No Lamar Jackson. Hung in there. It was a kind of a fluke play that won the game for the Bengals. Huntley tries to jump in the end zone, holds the ball out, had it smacked right out of his hand to Sam Hubbard, and the big defensive lineman from Ohio State goes 98 yards the other way, and there's your ball game with the Ravens having a chance at the end of the game. One question I want to ask about that. We'll go work our way backwards. What was that clock management at the end of the game with John Harbaugh?
Harbaugh's a special teams guy. He's a defensive guy. He's a tough guy. He's not an offensive guy. For some reason, they can't get that offense right. And they're not forget about the clock management. Give the ball to Dobbins down there. Dobbins is a mutant. He's like Lynch when the Seahawks didn't give the ball to Marshawn.
Yeah,
They got him the ball early, and you watch him when he gets inside the 5. Some of these guys, just Eckler's another guy that they just score. It's not like they don't get touchdown at the 1 or the 2. They get in, and there's a magic in doing it. And Dobbins got in last night, and then they don't give him the ball. You can see these guys that are really hungry down on the goal line. Dobbins is one of those guys. I would have gave him the ball, and not this. The guy who's already banged up, quarterback, backup. No, don't keep giving him the ball. I just thought it was a bad game by Harbaugh, but I love Harbaugh. No, don't fire Harbaugh. His special teams are flawless. His defenses play well, and he's in every game. So, just another one that it's why I tease. It's why when I look at these games and I tease them, I'm like, the Bengals are 7-point dogs. This is another dog fight because these guys know each other. They actually, when you gear your team up, and when you're the Ravens, the Steelers. When you're the Steelers, you're gearing your guys to stop Lamar in conference. So it's tough to blow these teams out when you're interconference. Good games though, good football games, a lot of
very
fun.
good games. So tonight we have the big one. Hold on one second. I think we're going to channel in our inner Howard Cosell and Frank Giver. Hold on one second.
Let me give a little Hulk Hogan. Remember Hulk would be dead? He'd be dead to the world.
There it is. The big one. The Dallas Cowboys. I had to get that.
All right.
I used to love the halftime highlights. The Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Glenn, give us your brief synopsis, breakdown, and you know what? We're going to actually get a pick out of you for tonight.
Wow. Well, I forget about the spread, but the Buccaneers are healthy for the most part. All indications. So the Buccaneers are healthy.
They get Ryan Jensen, the center, who hasn't played at all this year.
Yeah, I'm not so because he's great that you see him activated. The fact that whether they're hurt or not, if they're activated, they're playing. So it's not like he might play. He's activated. He's playing because you don't waste the spot. Trust me, I used to be the third. Parcells used to try to manipulate that third-string quarterback spot with a punter. So, but once the one guy plays, the other guy can't. But what a game! What a game! The Cowboys are like 1-4 on grass. Is that what I hear? So not a grass team. Cowboys are built for the turf, which will reduce their speed. I love the Buccaneers here. I don't know what is that spread, by the way, real quick.
I think Dallas is about 2.5.
How dare you do that to Tom Brady? How dare you? I'm putting you and your wife's house, ranch, everything you own in Philly on the game. Lock, put it down. Lock of the year here.
You think a guy like Tom Brady, who's been in the league for 25,000 years now, he knows that they're an underdog, and he's saying, you know what, I'm going to show them tonight.
He doesn't need that kind of motivation. He probably has some kind of written in his contract now. It helps. It helps he's posting that up. The Cowboys are favored in our house, and they use it's legitimate. It's a war game they play, these coaches, and anything that the other side does that may motivate your guys to do well or do better, absolutely. That spread's posted all over the locker room. They probably post it minute by minute, or have the running line inside the locker just to look at these guys. Look what they're doing, guys. They have no respect for you. So yeah,
so this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna put two pictures up, and I think I'm going to get Glenn's prediction. So we got the picture here of Dak Prescott. So I think Glenn. Glenn, this is your thing of Dak Prescott tonight.
I like it. They got to run the ball. They got to run the ball. But what they do with Dak, and they're they're Dak lovers over there, so he'll end up throwing the ball 40 to 45 times, and they'll overuse them when they don't have to, when they have the running backs that they have. So they'll end up having that, and Dak will throw 2 picks in a critical spot, and it'll kill him, which he always does. He throws picks at the worst times. If you go back and look at their losses, he's got picks all over the place. So, yeah, he's going to throw picks, and if the Buccaneers are healthy across the board now, if Fournette's healthy, if Evans is healthy, we're talking about Godwin. These guys are all healthy, and now your Works is playing. Here comes Jansen. We're talking about a train. So I would not.
Got the picture of Tom Brady up now over us.
This should be a pick'em game. I would not. I'm taking Brady in the points here. If he has the ball, here's the thing. Brady has the ball last and a chance to win, the game's over. Dak has the ball last with a chance to win, the game's not over. So I'm taking Brady in the points. You want to tease this? Tease it to the under. What is the over-under? Is it 44, 45, or 46? That's my guess.
Let me go on the try. We got about 2 minutes left here. Let me go on the trusted phone here, the trusted unnamed Bookhouse. The line is actually up to 3 and 45.5.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna tease this.
Plus 9 under 51.5 is Glenn's play.
That's what we're doing. We're taking Tom Brady plus 9. Was it 9.5? Plus.
So hold on. We can let's put your play up so the fans can see this.
And I only tease NFL games because most games are field goal games. This is most likely going to be a field goal game. So give me the 9 points and Tom at home. And even not, he's going to backdoor his way into the game in the fourth quarter anyway, and give me my backdoor cover if I need it.
So there you go. We got your pick on the ticker going, just for those people who want to see.
I'm so close. The Dolphins game, and I said it when and the fact that everyone loved the Bills was even more of a. I should have took the Dolphins plus the 23. That's my bag. And the 3-team tease is very difficult to win.
They're all very difficult. So I hope everyone enjoys the game tonight. If you want to go with Glenn's pick, Glenn says it's money in the bank already.
Great.
So
points. Let's go.
Let's go. So thank you, and try to get the sound bite that you wanted, the Harry Callis out of here. Still looking for it.
Out of here.
All right, there you go. You just did it. Everyone have a good night.